So my big picture is to just put on a lot of good, healthy weight. I came in here around 180, 85 pounds, and it's not gonna work. My name is Henry Vedder. I'm a senior at Washington High School. I'm 18 years old, and I'm committed to Jacksonville State. I was at a different kind of pitching place my sophomore winter, and I really didn't see many gains from that. I wasn't really lifting very much, and I was just kind of going through the motions and everything. And then, I kind of got hurt. Well, not like really hurt, but I kind of messed something up in my shoulder my sophomore season. I started training with my coach Connor Klein at the A's facility last winter, and that's like really when I just started to grow and like kind of growing in my body. I grew a few inches, gained a little bit of weight, and that's where I made some big strides. Got up to like 91 last high school season, and then this summer I got up to 94. So basically like just me growing into my body and just developing as like an athlete just kind of by age has really kind of been a big thing for me. But these past 2 months have been huge for me. Gained like 20 pounds, and just the weightlifting aspect of how personalized everything is really makes a huge difference. Yeah, my sophomore year I was like around 6'1"-ish, and I was really tight, I would say. I mean, I wasn't very like mobile at all. I wasn't like a really good athlete or anything like that. After my high school season, my sophomore year, I had a big summer, and that's like really when I just kind of realized that being smooth and not so like tight and just tense stuff really makes a big difference. And then I don't know, like I've just kind of carried that mindset with me throughout, last summer, last winter, until now. So that's like a big thing, just being loose.
Watch when I crank this way, what happens to my knee angles right here, right? As I crank that way, it comes back. Or think more of like here, right? It starts to like go forward, right? Preset and then try to go into it harder, which you already athletically do, right? Like, let's set you up in a standing position and let you just athletically do what you already are doing, right? We don't have to crank further because now I don't have anywhere to go, right? And the only place I can go from here, if I keep going, is forward. Forward, right? Like collapsing the hip, what you just said, right? So, like we talked about, like standard here, let that just like athletic coil that you already do, just let it be your coil. Yeah, don't add to it.
Yeah, I think definitely some of the strengths of Henry. First thing is just overall size, right? You have a pretty relatively strong 6'4" body that moves extremely athletically. He's extremely rotational. You can tell by like the trunk speed numbers meet our metrics. You can tell by some of our other movement and power assessment numbers. He hits those goals that we're looking for as well. But just being his age, able to move the way that he does, creates a lot of abilities to overcompensate for any of his inefficiencies that do pop up on the mound.
Came in here and I did my assessment, and me and Austin Risch went over it, and he explained what was wrong with my body and like kind of what I need to work on better than I could have ever explained to anybody myself. And it's really cool, like just having access to tools that are just like so precise, like with the pressure plate mound and the mocap and everything. And what really comes best with that is, I would have to say, probably the lifts that they give you based off the information that your assessment comes with. So like, for me, we found out that my T-spine was lacking, and I needed to do a lot of single leg work because I wasn't putting enough force into the ground. Oh yeah, and I also learned about my arm path. So as I was saying, my arm path needs to be cleaned up. I'm like over rotating in my shoulders, and that's like causing everything to kind of leak forward. And then as my arm is like coming up, it's not like kind of staying back. I would like start throwing from like here. So that's just something that I would have never found out about unless I would have taken the assessment. It's such like a big thing for me because you know, I kind of would just go out there and just try to be an athlete on the mound, which is what I'm gonna continue to do. But it feels really good like knowing that I can go out there and be an athlete on the mound, but I can come in here and really focus on what I need to work on, and hopefully that just transfers into the game. So my big picture is to just put on a lot of good, healthy weight. I came in here around 180, 85 pounds, and it's not gonna work. I mean, just like exclamation point for me, because I mean, being 185 pounds and like trying to throw really hard and just being as tall as I am, I feel like that's gonna like kind of get me hurt. And gaining weight is a big thing for me, and just becoming a better athlete and developing athletes, not just pitchers, just athletes in general. So right now I'm just really trying to get more athletic and gain some weight, gain some good weight. Yeah, so you know, I'm running a lot of sprints, just doing a lot of like jumping work, explosive movements. Those are really big things that I've been focusing on, and just my mobility in general. My T-spine wasn't in a very good spot before I came in here, so we've really been like hammering that. And we've been clearing up my arm path a little bit. And that goes with my T-spine. You know, when my T-spine was very like, it wasn't very mobile, so it kind of like was messing up my arm path. So like just getting more mobile and strong, explosive, it's kind of cleaning up a lot of problems in itself. Yeah, just being more explosive really. I really like squats. I mean, before I came in here, I like never have gotten on the squat rack before. So just doing that type of stuff. Med ball work, I really do like med ball work, and just getting my feet moving and throwing a ball. I mean, that obviously helps. I've been doing these, what are they called? The switch jump, the scissor kicks, and the lateral landmine squats, or yeah, whatever they are. Those kick my ass. And then also sleds.
So for athletes like Henry, there's a couple of things that we want to attack. Obviously, we want to attack something that shows up on the mocap. So what we really saw was his ability to move down the mound was relatively slow compared to what our metric suggests. And we kind of think that that leads into some of the other inefficiencies. His front side tends to fly open at foot contact. The hips are open a little bit at foot contact. Of those we think we can kind of clean up with a better first move, but we don't want to take away from the overall athleticism that he shows and the deceptiveness that comes with his initial move down the mound. So that's the first thing in terms of how we want to clean him up on the mound. But then when you have an athlete like Henry, the ultimate goal is to keep him within his workload, right? So Henry's a guy that kind of throws off to the side. Most of his throwing sessions are to a radar gun. And it's just trying to keep him engaged, right? It's very easy for a good athlete to exceed those workload expectations. So now throwing in front of a radar gun, it's in his face every single day. He has restrictions put on him, but you give him a cookie here or there in terms of keeping him interested just throughout the year so that he doesn't go through these ups and downs of the off season where he wants to kind of overdo what he needs, what we're asking him to do. Yeah, no, I think it goes back to a conversation that Henry and I actually had just a couple weeks ago where Henry's like, well, if you want to throw hard, you got to throw hard. And it's like, yeah, to an extent, but there's times where you try and throw hard, right? And right now we're in a phase where we want to attack another inefficiency, which is his overall strength, right? He doesn't score out well compared to how hard he throws. So we can't necessarily have him throwing these high intent days in a season where we're trying to get him physically stronger. So if you're able to kind of control that workload like he's been able to with certain velocity ranges, like it's going to keep his arm healthy, it's going to keep him prepared, ready to ramp up if we need to ramp up earlier. But overall, the radar gun is just a good way of keeping a guy active in his catch play. It's very easy to just play catch with someone and just throw the ball and let a few go, and it's not necessarily what we need to be doing at that time. It's kind of hurting his progression out of boredom. It's working smarter, not always working harder. I think whenever you get an athlete of Henry's potential and the amount of output that Henry gets out of his body, I think there's always that initial thought like we have to get him into the weight room to allow the body to accept the stresses that he's putting on the body. Like this is that opportunity. This is what a lot of us talk about, where the days that we're taking out today to get stronger are going to keep us healthy come April, May, June, if it goes that far for Henry. And that's the ultimate goal here, right? We don't want to put the stresses of a low to mid 90 mile an hour arm on a 185 pound body, right? So we need to prepare him now by getting him as strong as we possibly can before that high school season starts and before we start ramp. The months between September and November for us are super key to really attacking the weight room and giving us the best opportunity to get stronger.
It's kind of hard to explain. So basically my arm, when I would be pitching, I would just bring it straight back. So my elbow would kind of like let's think about it like a little like wheel or something. Like the wheel is like coming back, and then I would as I would lift up my arm, my chest would open it forward, and then I would kind of have to drag my arm through. But now I'm just really focusing on bringing my arm down and just letting it flip up naturally. I've been doing a lot of figure eight drills. Those are really nice. With my T-spine stuff, I've been doing a lot of pivot picks and reverse throws too. I've gained 20, I think I came in here middle of June, and since then I've gained 20, 25 pounds. Just my structure of my body has been changing rapidly. I mean, looking at pictures from me 2 months ago compared to now, I just feel a lot better about myself, confidence wise. I gained 20 pounds. And just mentally, mentally, knowing that all the work that I've been putting in here and using all the tools that really given me has been working, and I can see the results, and I can see how much stronger I'm getting and everything. It's just been really good. I would tell them comparison is the thief of joy. That's what I would tell them. I don't know. Everybody had that kid on their team who was just insane when they were 14, and you're looking at all these guys who were throwing 88, 90 at 14, and then you just be like, what am I doing wrong? And I would also tell them to hit the weight room. So that's something that I should have been doing a lot sooner and not started 3 months ago. So that's a big help.